Oh man. All right. So I'm here with my favorite drink, and I thought I'd just take a moment, sit back, and kind of just delve into that same um, pit of opinions that everybody else has. Harley versus metric cruisers. I know there's been so much discussion on that over the years. It's just why drop another, you know, opinion in this bucket. Well, I'll tell you something. As anyone else out there, I've had experience with both, and I'll share just my own personal basic opinion on that. Now, my first bike that I ever had was a Suzuki Boulevard. I think it was the 800cc bike. It was a metric bike, obviously. And I'll tell you, that bike has taught me so much. It's taught me a lot. It's what set the platform and the basis for everything that I know about motorcycles today. Now, in terms of maintenance and reliability, I gotta be honest, I had no problems with that bike. Either it was mechanically sound, the person who had it before me took care of it, but all I ever did to that bike was probably fill the air on the tires and maybe do an oil change, and maybe the battery I probably upgraded at some point. Other than that, I rode that bike all over Florida, all over Florida. Took it to Daytona Bike Week, Biketoberfest, Leesburg Bike Week. I took it all over the place in Florida. I had no problems with it. That bike gave me no worries about once I put the key in, it turned on and it turned over and it started every single time. I never had a problem with that bike whatsoever. Now let's go on to my next bike. Next bike I had was a Honda VTX 1800. A huge leap in power. It was definitely a power cruiser, a huge leap. Once again, it was a Honda. That says it all. That Honda gave me probably the most fun on two wheels ever. It wasn't the best long distance bike, but it definitely did the job. Now, in terms of maintenance with that bike, now that bike had a little bit more going on, but once again, it started every time I hit that. Every time I hit the starter, it turned over for me. No issues whatsoever. There was a point where I had to get the bearings on the rear wheel change, and I think I had to get an alignment on the back tire. It had a wider fat tire, but other than that, mechanically, it's a Honda. No problems. When I tell you I had no worries about whether it was going to start on me or not, none at all whatsoever. Again, I stayed in Florida, so it was awesome. It was great riding weather all the time. Had no issues with that bike whatsoever. Okay. Later on, I moved out of Florida and moved to another state, and then the next bike that I bought after that was a Honda. What was it? A Honda. Not a Rebel. What was a Honda? What was it? A Honda 750. Excuse me, my brain went lapse here. Um, it was a Honda 750. Once again, this one was carbureted. Again, no issues whatsoever. Bike gave me no problems. Maintenance was okay. It was easy. No issues at all. Now I know I'm talking a lot and I'm hyping up these metric bikes. Doesn't mean I'm going to talk crap about Harleys. Now, what I will say is that this is my first Harley here, and I will say this: this is a very different experience having a Harley Davidson. Very different experience. Whether it's good or bad, I'll let you be the judge. But because of the security and the mechanical soundness that those other bikes gave me, Harley's a little different. Has this bike not started on me? Absolutely. Has the bike given me issues? Absolutely. But what this bike has done for me in turn has made me not only a better rider, but also more conscientious, more aware of its mechanical and maintenance needs. That's something that my Metro bikes never gave me. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'll let you decide. Those bikes started when I needed to. But this bike has given me confidence in terms of this, if I look at my bike and I start this sucker up and it doesn't start, I automatically know to what's the issue. It gets me in that diagnostic mode. So those bikes give me no issues, but this one right here is teaching me. It's teaching me things I should know. It's teaching me things I took for granted. It's teaching me things that I needed to know in order to be a better rider, a better person who takes care of their bike. Because of this bike here, I've learned things that those metrics has never taught me. This bike here has taught me how to bleed the brakes, how to change the front and rear wheel tire, according to Harley specs. It's taught me about torque wrench values. It's taught me about how not to strip bolts, how to be very careful with that. This bike has taught me how to change the brakes on this bike, something I've never done with my other ones before. This bike has taught me how to do a three oil hole change, the primary transmission and the motor oil. Taught me all of that. It taught me how to be really careful on the primary cover, how to do a star pattern, and how not to pinch the gaskets. This bike has taught me where my compensator was and how to diagnose charging issues from either my battery, my regular rectifier, or the stator. It taught me how to diagnose those things. Because of that, I invested in a multimeter and learned how to use it. And I even learned to stop splicing wires and putting stuff all, like I have to respect the CAN bus system on here. This bike has taught me a lot and it's continuing to teach me. So I'm not talking, if you're going to ask me, is Harley a better motorcycle than those other bikes, or is Metric better than Harley? I honestly can't say that. That all depends on you. I've had no issues with those other bikes, but at the same time, if I got stuck on the side of the road, would I have the mechanical knowledge to get me out of those jams? I don't know. But with this bike here, if I get caught on the side of the road, before I start panicking, I'm going to at least think my process through. Why did I stop? Is there a flat? I have tube tires. Is the tube punctured? I have a repair kit in here. I have everything I need in here to diagnose this bike on the side of the road if I needed to. I didn't have that with my metrics, but so I'm thankful for the lessons this bike has taught me. Now, this is again, Harley's. I love this bike. I love this bike. Is it mechanically superior than the other ones? I don't know, but I know what it's done for me. It's made me better. It's made me more diligent. It's made me more aware. It's made me more conscientious of exactly what's going in my bike. It's made me more mechanical than I care to be. I made sure I got the service manual when I got this bike, so I'm thankful for that. And but that's my 2 cents in the whole Harley versus Metric debate. Those are my 2 cents. I think each bike has its own pros and cons, but for me, if I want to start my bike and go riding, my metrics did the job. But me as a person, as a rider, a DIY garage mechanic, or whatever you want to call it, this bike has done it for me. So this bike has elevated me and made me step up my game. So I hope that answers the question. I hope that's worth it. But that's my 2 cents. I hope I didn't stir the pot too much on the Harley versus Metric debate. But I'm happy. And I can't wait to see what new lessons this bike is going to teach me. Next time, BC Rides.